Well, I'm not really sure who or what Beryl is, but hopefully we'll find out in this video. Let's jump in and see what I mean. This one is called the 3421 Beryl version 1.2. It is based on a couple of others. And now, this tactic test that I did, I just used the tactic itself. If you scroll down on the page I got this from, someone did ask, which set piece do you use? Cammy, the person who did put the tactic on the site that I got this from, does use a certain set piece routine. However, I didn't use it. So keep that in mind as you go through it. His results might be better than mine. But in this case, we're just going to jump in and see what happened with our three teams of Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. I still have no idea what to do with Beryl, though. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, Liverpool and Aston Villa did fairly well. 81 points for Villa, 97 goals. Liverpool in first, champions of the league, 92 points, 105 goals. Yeah, I'd say they're sitting pretty. Liverpool's domestic cup run out in the Carabao Cup semi-finals against Aston Villa. So, unfortunately, that's where they end. But they do get to the semi-finals, not bad. FA Cup fifth round out against Arsenal 1-2. But they have a phenomenal run all the way up to the Europa League final, beating Galatasaray 6-1. So all in all, domestically, I mean, they got to the semi-finals and out against a team that's using the same tactic, but Europa League winners, champion or Premier League winners, fantastic. Squad wise, yeah, they don't have a huge amount of green like they usually do, but it's not a bad number, I guess. Goals 40 for Nunez, very well done. Only 18 for Salah and McAllister. Assist 22 for Trent, 21 for Salah, and then average rating Salah gets a 7.31. Well, we knew that Aston Villa went through the semifinals against Liverpool. They get to the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal and they beat them 3-2. So that's a trophy right there. Then they get to the FA Cup final beating Manchester City 4-3. That's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, though, for Villa, out in the Europa Conference League quarterfinals against Fiorentina. That 0-4. They just could have gotten something. So all in all, two trophies, not a bad season. Champions League next season, I would definitely take it. Squad wise, they have a good amount of green for a Villa team, no question about it. 29 goals for Diaby, 25 for Zaniolo, 20 for Douglas Luiz, assist 21 for McGinn, 17 for Matty Cash, and then Matty Cash getting a 7.41. Data hub for Liverpool looking somewhat standard, attacking through and through, very well done. Defensively is nice too, missing the tackling percentage though. Goals per game 2.76 is very nice. 0.74 conceded, 0.76 goals against, 18 almost 19 shots per game. Aston Villa looking pretty nice themselves. I mean, down in fouls against per game. The defensive pieces aren't fully there, but I guess it's kind of more on the average side for Aston Villa than Liverpool. But 2.55 goals per game, 1.18 conceded, 1.23 XG against. Definitely all three on the average side for an Aston Villa team using the tactics that we've done throughout the last season or two. Premier League stats 2.42 points per game for Liverpool, Villa with 2.13. Most goals, Liverpool in first with 105, 97 for Villa. Fewest shots against, 241 for Liverpool, Aston Villa with 355. Most possession, 52% for both. Most dribbles made, 690 for Villa. Liverpool gets 648. And most shots for Liverpool was 721 in lead, 690, second place for Villa. But now, how did our championship side of Ipswich Town fare with this tactic? They got second place. I mean, that's better than third, right? No need for playoffs. They do get automatically promoted. They're 5 points above Southampton, but 104 points up to 113. Would have been nice if you took control of this yourself to get that back with you. But they do get second place. It's not bad. Domestically for Ipswich Town, out in the Carabao Cup second round 0-3 to AFC Wimbledon, and then out in the FA Cup fourth round in a replay against Everton. Wow, 1-4. All in all, it's not a bad season, no question about it. But I mean, we've seen better. Squad wise, yeah, we have definitely seen better in the green. Goals 14 for Chaplin Luongo with 10. Hurst all the way down with 3. Wow. Assists 17 for Leif Davis. West Burns with 12. Average rating 7.56 for Leif Davis. A somewhat standard run of the form for Ipswich, although not in first this time around, but most points per game in the championship, 2.26 points per game. There you go. Most goals in first, though, 114. Fewer shots against in first with 329. Most dribbles made in seventh with 708. And most shots for in first with 823. Wow. But let's take a deeper dive into the tactic itself. We have a sweeper keeper in defend is where we start. Ball playing defenders in defend all along that back three. Wing backs in attack on both sides. Two Segundo Volantes in attack. 2 inside forwards in attack, both with mark-specific positions, DLDR, and that advanced forward in attack up front. Attacking mentality, in possession, attacking with his narrow, approach play is pass into space, focus play down the left and the right, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses, hit early crosses, run at defense, and be more disciplined. In transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, and invite crosses. So overall, how did it do for our 3 teams? Not too bad at all. I mean, Ipswich not coming in first like we expect, but 104 points is definitely respectable. And anything could have happened, from injuries to a loss that just kind of killed morale instead of boosting it up. But overall, to all 3 teams, I think it worked fairly well. 92 points, 105 goals. Again, not the highest we've seen from a Liverpool team or at Aston Villa with 81 and 97, but it definitely seemed to work. And see what happens if you throw in those set pieces. See if you get a better result than this. And as I usually say, if you take control of this as is and do everything from, transfers and training and do your match shouts each and every match, I definitely think you could get a better result than what we see here. But one save is completely different from another. But here, it seemed to work okay. But that's it from me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.